What's good? What's good, my people?
What's
We on
happening?
here? All right, cool, cool. We on here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure we was good. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube special, Big
Yes.
Picture Podcast. And I hope y'all had a blessed week so far.
Right.
We had Miss Wyshawnda here with us a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
on a platform, and we got a lot of feedback. Got a lot of feedback. Shout out to the people on Instagram and Facebook. Um, I advise you all to go to the YouTube channel, Big Picture Podcast 212, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and also because if you want to post comments, I can see them directly on the YouTube channel if you go to YouTube, because I'm not going to be going back and forth to Instagram to see the comments. So go to Big Picture Podcast. The link is in my bio, and we can, rock out. But yeah. So we had Miss Wyshawnda here with us last week. I got a lot of feedback as far as questions that they have for her. So we're gonna
Always.
we're gonna have some good segments wrapped around some of the questions that you all had. Um, Once again, let's before we even get into that, can you tell
Right.
us about the book that you just released? I believe it was yesterday, right?
Yes. Big up
Facts.
my book. Oh, okay. So my book, my hard copy book, the paper book's been out for like a year, but
Okay.
now I finally have it on Amazon and in the stand store. My link is in the bio. My bio. Well, the link is in the
Hmm.
bio.
Okay.
Click it. It goes straight to my website. Everything is there. We can sit there. You can buy it on the website. You can sit there.
Hmm.
You can talk to me. I do Zoom. I do Zoom.
Okay.
All that. So everything. I'm there. I'm there. I told you. I told you I'm
Okay.
gonna be there for my people. Yes.
Okay.
And
So
yes,
so if I
there.
want to buy if I want to buy the book, I can just
Mhm.
click the link on your bio on your Instagram page.
Exactly. On my
You know.
Instagram page. Exactly. On the
Okay.
Instagram page, just hit the link. I
Okay.
mean, hit it. Hit that. It's in my bio. Do it today.
Okay. I cannot wait to hit that link. That's a
Yeah.
big fact. It's a big fact. That's what's up. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, y'all,
Yeah.
she shared, you know, um, how prayer, healing, and all of those different things, turned her pain into power.
Yes.
And I think that was a big thing because, we had a young lady who called in and she really voiced how she felt about, your struggle and how you turned your pain
Right.
into what you're going through right now is your purpose. So, I just we're going to dig deeper into that along with the different questions,
Okay.
that people had. But for the people who didn't see the last episode, you know, just let them know like your biggest life lesson, and like everything you've learned from that.
Okay. Well, my biggest life lesson is to always. First of all, put God first, and y'all know I always say that. That's my biggest life lesson. Put Him first, because
Hmm.
without Him, you have nothing. Always learn how to love yourself. It's like I said, my thing coming, God, myself, and everybody else follow suit. So
Hmm.
that's my biggest life lesson that I had to learn. I can't
Hmm.
do nothing without my creator, period.
Hmm. That's what's
Yeah.
up. So how do you apply that to like your day? It's all right. How do you apply that to your day-to-day lifestyle?
My day-to-day lifestyle, I get up in the morning. Well, real talk,
Hmm.
every morning I open my eyes. First thing I do is pray. I do the Lord's Prayer. Our
Hmm.
Father who art in heaven, period. Every morning I do that. If I forget it, by the time I get up at 6:30 in the morning anyway, because I have to go to work in the morning. So if I forget it before I take my feet, place them on that floor, I do it in my car
Hmm.
every morning.
Hmm.
Every morning. That's how I apply it to my life, my daily life. My prayer. I'm a woman of prayer. I'm always praying somewhere.
Hmm.
So, and that's how I apply it to my life. Real talk. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, because I can't do nothing without prayer, really, like without
Okay.
him. Seriously, it's just like, woo. Mm-mm.
But was there like a specific moment in your life where you was like, listen, I have to create some type of a situation where I have to meditate in the morning or meditate in the nighttime? Like, was there a specific part of your life, a moment in your life where you had to apply that?
Yes, absolutely. When I started finding myself, like when it was Yeah, like as I was coming out of my past situations, my domestic violence and all that good stuff, when I started
Mm,
finding myself out, yeah, I had to like really like apply who I
mm,
really am, find my worth and all that good stuff. So absolutely, shoot, yeah, like I mean, us women, we like I said last time, we have to find our worth, and when you find your worth, you find
mm,
God, all that good stuff. Nothing can stop you. Like
mm,
nothing can stop you. Like you start getting blessings on top of blessings. You start people. You know what's so crazy? I was thinking the other
mm,
day, people like because whomever, like us women, we're so blessed, and men too, but we
mm,
are blessed creatures. And this, I'm telling you, I look today, I was looking at Instagram, and
mm,
this man said that he's like a speaker, or he's a motivational speaker, and he was like, listen, us women are really blessed. If
mm.
you're around a woman who's blessed, you're going to start getting blessings too, if you
Yep.
believe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's
Uh-huh.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's
So,
funny you say that too. I was watching a sermon not too long ago,
uh-huh.
and the speaker was saying, he was like, how if he has a friend or someone that's close to him that's being blessed, he's
Mhm.
like, I'm not gonna hate on that person. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, you know what? If this person right here is blessed, that means I'm gonna be blessed next.
Exactly.
Like that's how you really have to look at it. And I was like, wow, that's deep.
Is that
That's
it
deep.
really is. Because I'm telling you, I have a friend of mine who she taught. I always knew how to pray because, like I said, I was brought up in church, but she
Mm-hmm.
prays a lot. This young lady prays a lot, and I just see the blessings that she had and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, like you know, I love her to death, and she probably knows who I'm talking to because she might be on here right now looking, but I learned a lot from her. I pulled a lot from her because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? She's a really blessed person. You want to be around people like that,
Yeah.
like, just a good hearted person, like for real, like no shade, no nothing, like just good hearted type person. And that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna, you're gonna really like get a lot of blessings from that, being around that. Not,
Mm-hmm.
so yes, yes, yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's what's
I
up.
do promote that. I do promote, being around people
Mm-hmm.
who's similar to you, very similar to you, and watch what happens.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
So, I want to get into some of the questions that people have, that questions that they had
Okay.
in reference to the last ep that we did.
Right.
And I'm not going to say who gave the questions. I want to keep that
Okay.
private, you understand me? But they're going to know who they are because I'll probably send them a tag or what have you, letting them know um probably what segment. So, I will say, I may say the sex, the gender.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
So we have a male brother. He's a
Uh-huh.
very avid follower of the platform. He
Okay.
always reposts things of that nature. And one of the questions he had was, why do you think some women give their bodies to men who can't even buy them food, let alone provide emotional support?
Ooh, because that's automatic. Their self esteem is low. That they're
Mm-hmm.
looking for love in all the wrong places. And it, like we said before, it starts at childhood. Like maybe they didn't get something that they needed, so they're looking for it. When you go looking for it, it's not going to come to you the right way. You have to let it come to you. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a woman don't mind. Oh, I'll give my body to him because he's gonna love me and he's gonna love what I give to him. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely not. No, that's not how it
Mm-hmm.
goes. It doesn't work that way. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Were,
yeah.
were you ever in a space where you feel like you accepted less than you deserve?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we all, I mean, yes, I've definitely been there before. I'm like, I didn't deserve that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I know what I bring to the table. Like my heart. Like your heart is everything. And then if you pray for somebody is more than you pray for yourself, and on a side and stuff like that, and you're just a good woman totally. Nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on this earth is perfect. Women or man, none of us. Not unless your name is God. We're not him, okay, or her. I think
Mm-hmm.
she. I think it's a she. But anyway, I'm just playing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's all
but
good.
real talk. It's just like you sit there and yeah, shoot, yeah. I've definitely felt like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Like no, I deserve more. But it is what it is. You learn, you live,
Mm-hmm.
and you learn,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah.
Yeah. What helped you outgrow that mindset?
Um, me. Like
Hmm.
literally me. I'm telling you, like I was a work in progress. Ooh, I had to like think about like wait a minute. This person said this to me. Do I deserve that?
Hmm.
Like no, like I don't deserve. Like you really have to think about your words. You have to really think about what you want somebody to say to you. You know what I mean? Like when your self esteem and your worth comes to you, you really learn. Like, wait, stop. Do not talk to me like that. You know, we're adults or we're young adults or whatever have you. You know, the case at that time, and let's talk about it. You know, calm down. Like we got this together. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
deep. Being able to know your value,
Exactly.
and knowing your purpose,
Yeah. It,
is very important.
listen.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, all right, we have another question. And this has a lot to do with the hood dude versus the nice guy. Like we always get that conversation,
Hmm.
where it's like you have the woman who, because as a woman, you want a man to do two things:
Hmm.
provide and protect.
Exactly.
So the stigma is that the hood dude is going to what? Protect you,
Right.
right? And if
Right.
he's like into drugs or whatever the case is, he'll be able to provide,
Right.
until God forbid he gets caught into a jam. So
Right.
why do you think women often choose the hood dude over the emotionally available nice guy?
Okay, so for a woman, what it is when you're younger, okay, you're probably gonna go after the hood guy because the adrenaline is fun. It's like, oh my God, the excitement and all that. So it's like, oh wow, like, oh, he could do this for me, he could do that for me. Da-da-da. It's a mindset. But when you start getting a little older, and you, like I said, the tables turn. A woman start finding out who she is. But I don't want that. I want the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want the good guy. So even if you were with a street guy back then and y'all are growing together, okay, now it's time for you to turn the tables. Now it's time for you to get a real job or do a get your company so we can grow
Mm-hmm.
together. And I want the good guy now because I don't want to wake up and I get a phone call. Oh my God, something happened. Nobody wants that at an
Mm-hmm.
older age. But yes,
Hmm.
young women, they usually go after that hood guy because it's the adrenaline.
Yeah,
But
the
then
excitement. It's the
yeah,
excitement.
exactly. You'd be like, oh yeah, like we gotta do this, and he did this, he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, when you get older, it's like, okay, where's my good guy?
Yeah,
I want my good guy. I don't want none of
yeah,
that. Yeah, I don't need any of that.
yeah. It's like when Jay-Z and Beyonce, they had the Bonnie and Clyde video. It's like,
Okay,
you see what's on
yeah.
TV, and you like, I wanna get chased by the cops or whatever. It's like, nah, that shit ain't cool.
Exactly. Like no, Like back in the day, Jazz, everybody wanted to be pulling up and getting doing
Yeah.
it. Everybody who didn't. Like I mean, the person who I am now, I cannot believe I was that person then. But yes, I probably went for that type of guy. Probably.
Hmm.
But then I thought, like, okay, well, as I was getting older, like when I started knowing my worth and what God really wants from me. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
not really it. Let me go
Yeah.
after this type of guy because that's who I want. I need to settle. It's time to
Hmm.
settle.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What do you think women truly want though?
let me tell you what a woman wants. A woman wants to be treated with respect. Let me tell you, a woman she can have her own money.
Mm.
Period. Own money. She don't need any money because if she's a real woman, she's gonna make her own money. Even though your husband, or your boyfriend or your fiance is gonna, he's gonna come and y'all gonna help each other, or he's gonna, probably most likely have the majority of the finances. But however, a real woman doesn't go after the money. She wants a man to respect her. She wants a man to love her, and she wants a man with affection. Affection is everything to a woman.
Hmm.
I mean, you come home from work and you come home from school or wherever and your husband come up to you or your boyfriend come up to you, hey baby, mwah, give you a kiss on the cheek. How was your day? Da-da-da. You know, let's converse. Let's talk about this thing. Let me get into you, like in your mind. Let me get into your mind. Forget
Mm.
everything else. Forget everything
Wow.
else. Get into your mind. Listen, I'd rather have my husband or my boyfriend, whoever I'm dealing with, make love to my mind more than my body. Because when you make love to a woman's mind, that's everything. I'm telling you, man, that's everything.
Mm.
We don't care about what what you do, or that's what we want. We want you to make love to our mind, not our bodies. Like, wake us up, wake us up. Be a great leader, period. And watch that woman go right behind you and do whatever she has to do for you. That's what a woman wants. Real talk.
Wow, that's deep. Listen, before we dig a little bit deeper into what you just said,
Uh,
um, if anyone wants to call in and ask a question or just, give us a couple minutes of something you've experienced in reference to some of the topics that we're talking about. I'm gonna put the number in the comment box, all right? But I'm gonna say it right now. It's 917-376-1068. I'm gonna put it in the comment box right now. Um, and you can definitely tap
come
in.
on.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Oh,
yeah, so you hit some very, very good points.
yeah.
You said something about as far as like the levels, whether it's the boyfriend, the fiance, the husband,
Mhm.
being able to financially support the
Mhm.
woman. Moreover, she should have her own bag.
Period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And if she don't, I get it. If she's an at-home mom because of, she's at home with the kids, because I'm older, so I don't have little babies anymore. But if
yes,
it's somebody younger and they have the babies at home and she's an at-home mom, that's a job by itself.
yeah,
I'm not knocking none of that at all.
yeah.
But if you older, you're in your own little bag or whatever, that's great too. But women, we really don't these days. It's so different. We do
Mm-hmm.
not care about the money because we
Mm-hmm.
usually have your own money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I just
Whatever
want,
whatever the man offers you is like extra. It's like, oh
yes,
wow, this
like,
is
oh, good, right, like, thank
thank
you,
you.
right, like,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much for that. I appreciate that. However, you come on, keep feeding my mind, keep that
Yeah.
open, keep feeding that. You feed that. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
like that. It's nothing like a man just loving that woman's mind.
Yeah. I
And
was watching I was watching a clip not
uh,
too long ago, and the gentleman, he was talking about how important wealth is,
mm,
how important wealth is in different cultures other than the black, and well, in reference to other races,
uh,
like the Asians, the Euro Americans, African Americans. And one of the things he said was wealth, the wealth is, there's more wealth when you're married.
right, right.
There's more wealth when you're married because, and I agree with that,
Mhm,
because at the end of the day, you're able to save more money, you're able
mhm.
to share the bills, things of that nature. Like it's really important. And I think when you're in a situation where you're married or what have you, the man he's able to spend more money on his woman.
Right.
Because things are put more into
Because it's just
perspective.
that one woman. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah,
he's not out
yeah,
there with, doing his thing with different women. It just had
yeah.
that, well, should just had that one woman, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I saw that clip and I was like, it really
it
makes a
does.
difference. Opposed to, I saw another clip. I think this was I think his name is T.J. Kirkland or something like that. It's a comedian, and
Okay.
he was saying how he finds that he spoke to an older gentleman, and he said the guy was saying how he's been married to his wife for however many years,
Mhm.
and one of the things that really helped their marriage was him buying her a house right across the street from him.
Wow.
So yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. So he's able to, like, go to her house. He's able to go to his house.
okay.
They're able to have their space
They
or what
dated.
have you. And I was like, listen, man, you can't totally disagree with people like this. People have to realize that everybody's situation is different.
Right. Yep.
Everybody's situation is different.
Mhm.
So I think we just have to be careful on what information we listen to. You
Right.
understand
Exactly.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's why you cannot listen to outside of your marriage. You have to like really like bring it to yourself, or you have to, even though you listen to your friends, listen to whoever you want to talk to at that present time,
Mm-hmm.
but you really have to listen to yourself. Like a kid, like let me go in my corner, let me just figure this thing out. Like I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what anybody else say around me. What I got to do, what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. 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 So I read something on the internet the other day,
Uh,
and it was a post, and it said after a breakup, 80% of women end up with someone who was already in the picture during the relationship. What's your take on that?
That's probably 100% true. Okay, or if it's not 100% true, it's 99.999.
Uh-huh.
Because let me tell you
Uh-huh.
something. That is a woman always want a nest egg. She
Mm-hmm.
gonna go get her nest egg. So if because and I'm not speaking on experience. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I know a lot of women who did
Yeah,
that
the circle,
before.
the circle.
Like period, right? So what it is a woman just feel like, okay, if the man's not doing mentally what he should be doing at home or in
Yeah.
the street or whatever, wherever, if they don't live together, whatever, she's gonna go find somebody else.
Yeah.
And she's gonna have that person in the back burner, like, okay, this person been here, you just wait and let me figure this thing out, over here, and then go from there. That's what women do, and it's unfortunate, but because women, women are delicate.
Yeah.
The minute you start acting crazy with her, it's like okay, well, I want to be loved, so I have to find that. I gotta find that love.
Yeah.
We love to be loved. I don't know what it is about us women, but we love to be loved. We
Mm-hmm.
are. I already told you that last time. We're that soft person, so it's like the minute you start making us hard, it's like okay, well, I don't want to be hard, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to be this person, so I need somebody to be soft with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when it's just like because that does happen because you literally go and you find somebody and that person just sitting there in the back burner waiting with
Or
their
they or
hands
they
crossed.
find you, or they find you in the
Or they
inbox.
find you.
In the
Yes, they be up
inbox.
in little inbox about what's up, cutie pie, da, da, da. And it's up to you to be like, dang, let me get back at
Entertain
you.
this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, so men,
Mm-hmm.
stop. I'm telling you, if you don't want your woman to go, if you want her to go, that's something totally different. But if
Mm-hmm.
you don't want her to go, treat her right while you got her.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because if you don't, you're gonna see somebody else treat her even better. And then you're gonna be like, dang, I didn't know, she had that in her. You have to open up your eyes. You have to open up your eyes to your woman who, who's there for you for real. Like for real, like because we're gonna be there for you for what I mean, like for real, upside down, inside out. But the minute that woman makes up her mind, it's a
Mm-hmm.
wrap. It's done. It's like, okay, and men could be like that too, but I can't speak for men because I'm not a man, I'm a woman. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, once she make up her mind, that's it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she gonna go to the right. I mean, she gonna go to the left because she been to the right, so she gonna go to the left
To the
because
left.
yeah, because
Yeah.
she waiting on that person on the side and that person was waiting for her on the side. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
So
yeah,
so do you think women do you think they that most women emotionally check out emotionally
hmm
before they leave physically?
absolutely. Emotionally, she's out of there. She
Mm-hmm.
her mind is down the street somewhere. It's
Yeah.
it's no longer where it's supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
because it's gone. Like it's just gone. And let me, okay, I'm gonna go on my experience. Okay, for instance, my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my ex, I was with him for years. Okay, so when he started acting crazy and thought I was never gonna leave, I was never gonna leave because
Mm-hmm.
oh, I got her, she loved me, but I'm gonna treat her like I want to treat her. But what happens? Same your scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The person came in my life treating me
Mm-hmm.
like I needed to be treated.
Yeah.
Okay, so physically I never did nothing until I left. But
Emotionally, yeah.
mentally, emotionally, I was
Checked
already
out.
I was gone. I was like with the other person, I was like, okay, you know, you want to act crazy. I don't need this. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
this with you. But that's relationships, period. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be married. You don't have to be, you could be boyfriend, girlfriend, you could be fiance, same thing. It's just like, no, like,
Mm-hmm.
come on. Like we're clashing. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a woman is, like you said, is literally gonna check out mentally
Mm-hmm.
real fast and she's gone. If she checks out mentally, remember, I was just saying, a woman, to a
Mm-hmm.
woman's heart is her mind. I'm telling you, make
Yeah.
love to her mind is bomb. When you
Mm-hmm.
stop doing that, it's over.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Mostly
because
checked out.
yeah, she's gone. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you might still, she might still be there physically, but
Physically, but emotionally,
yeah,
she's already
emotionally
tapped
she's
out.
already tapped out.
So, what's the difference between healing through, excuse me,
Mhm.
healing through distraction versus healing with intention?
Healing with distraction. Okay, well, when I healed with distraction,
Mm-hmm.
whew, it, it, it plays a big part. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I was healing, it was hard with distraction because it's, you're not focused. I
Mm-hmm.
was clearly not focused. I was just like how am I gonna heal? Like, because I was so distracted because there was so much going on around me. I was just like, okay, like
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find myself at the time because it was just so emotionally I was going through a lot. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So it was just like, well, if I sit there and if I don't know. It just, that's a hard one.
Yeah, you know what it is? Not
Yes,
because
that's a hard
because
one.
some people heal through distraction because it takes their mind off of
Right.
their whatever issue they're having.
Right, but mine did the
You know.
opposite.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
right.
you 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 focused on it. You probably did. You take yourself away from, like, you was like, I need some time to myself. I got to get
Right.
in this quiet space. I have
Exactly.
to go on a vacation.
Well, honey, no, I didn't have to do none of that. I just had to leave out of state. I was just like, I was
Okay,
done.
get out of state. Yeah.
Right. I had to like literally. That's what I'm saying. I was just like all over the place because I didn't know what to do. So I had to like leave out of the
So
state.
you went with
So
intention. Got you.
yes,
Got you.
I was intended. Yeah, right. Intention. I had to
Hmm.
get up out of there. I said no
Yeah.
distraction, no, because that thing was distracting me.
Because
So
you're
I
not
had
gonna
to
really
leave.
heal. You can't really heal with distraction
No,
because it could be temporarily. You can be, that's called temporarily healed. You
exactly.
understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's this is why in relationships with women, I'm speaking for the men now.
Okay, okay, okay. Go
I'm
ahead.
speaking for the, I'm like, I had to line you up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like, when you try to heal yourself
Uh-huh.
through distraction from
Mm-hmm.
another man,
Mm-hmm.
you not really healed from whatever situation you going through with
No,
that man.
you're right because you still have it mentally in your head. So
So
it's
we
just like,
gotta be careful when you making these decisions. I'm
yeah.
gonna leave this dude with the intention of getting with another dude who was in the inbox. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then you get with
But
the dude who was in the inbox who was
honey,
giving you all the good morning texts, good
right,
morning with the hearts and all of
right.
that.
But the
And
little
then
kissy face and just
yeah,
right.
yeah,
But,
exactly. And then
uh,
you look up 2 weeks later and then go ahead.
but let me tell you when that happens. What? Yo, that's so true. But let me tell
Yeah,
you, that's
yeah,
why I'm saying
yeah,
that's why you have to have a clear mind. But you literally gotta learn
yeah,
yourself. When you learn yourself, you know what you want in life. I'm
yeah,
telling you, that's
yeah.
why I know
Mm-hmm.
if I had to go back and the person who I am now had to go
Mm-hmm.
back through what I went through, oh my God, like, oh, first of all, this it would have never happened to me because I'm so totally different now.
Yeah,
But back then, I was weak, and it's okay to say that. It's
yeah,
okay to say that. But I was weak back then.
yeah.
But it's like, God, like how did I do it? Like it's just so
Mm-hmm.
hard. It's just so
Yeah.
hard to like really like I literally made myself be weak.
Mm-hmm.
And then from where I came from, it's just like, oh wow, like I can't believe this is me now. Like I just look at myself now like, like girl, you was a crazy nut. But
Mm-hmm.
but we go through that like women.
Yeah.
said, like I said, women, we just so soft.
Mm-hmm.
We so soft, and I boy, when I see stuff like that now, I cringe. I'm like, okay, girl, listen, let's talk. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm telling you, you are so beautiful inside out. I don't care if somebody is 1,000 pounds and this,
Mm-hmm.
that. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inside, God makes you from inside out. Okay.
Facts. Facts.
Hmm. Yeah. So inside, everybody's beautiful. It's just like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, like for real, like find yourself inside, because when you find that worth, it's just like, whoo,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
like, wow, like this is me, this is her, this is she. It's crazy. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And I'm not, listen, I have my weekdays. We all do.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of weekdays, but majority I have great days. And I praise God for that because of who he made me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how I found me.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Okay, so we have a caller. I think I had it on vibrate, and
Okay.
let's see who this is. 1 second. That's what's up. Okay, so we have a caller. I think I had it. Okay, 1 second. You gotta turn your other cell phone or your laptop off. Your other cell phone or your. Can you hear me now? Yes. Yeah, I'm getting a
The echo.
the echo in the background.
Okay, 1 second here.
It's all right.
Is that better?
Much better, much better. Yeah. So what's your name and
Oh,
where you calling from?
I'm sorry.
It's
Well,
okay.
I'm Coco.
Oh, hello. Oh, how you
This is
doing, Miss
Coco.
Coco? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I hope you guys are doing well.
Amen. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I just want to join first before I even start. I want to say this because I'm listening to your podcast,
Yes.
and it is Monty. Is that correct? I want to make sure that's correct. You go by Monty?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one, I want to say compliments to you, Monty,
Wow.
just for bringing this topic to your podcast. Because often men, they're strong and disinterested, and sometimes this is a real sensitive subject for
Mm-hmm.
men sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, congrats to you for being strong enough, or compliments just having this,
Yes.
courage to bring this to your podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
For sure. And Wyshawnda, I can see the smile on your face. So I'm so happy and excited that you are where you are now because you look like a beautiful, happy person.
Thank
So
you.
kudos to you.
That's
However, I do have a question, and this is a very important question. So now I'm going to ask my question.
Go for it.
Sometimes women and men often hide mental and sometimes physical abuse due to embarrassment. So with you, was it difficult to come forward to your friends and family members? How did you do this, or how did you get the strength? Because now you're sharing this to the world. You're an author now. How difficult was this to come out and share, like, this is what was going on with me? And who did you come to first? Was it your friends or sister? Because this is difficult.
Right. Right. Actually, honestly, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed because I felt like I was that little. I was just like, no, I cannot tell nobody that this man is cussing me out or talking to me this type of way or hitting me. I just thought, like, I was embarrassed. I was very
Mm-hmm.
embarrassed. So I'm like, okay, how can I go to somebody and tell? It just, and ironically, I never really told until an incident that happened. And ironically, my sister, she came into town at that present time. And when she came into town, she seen a scratch on my face. And she was like, what's that on your face? I said, nothing. I said, nothing, nothing. I said, oh, I made up some lie. It was a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
I made something up. And I was like, so she was evident. She was just like, nope, persistent. She was consistent, all of it. She was, no, that's a scratch. No, so I said, no, I'm telling you. I kept just saying it. So every time that she would see me, it was like different things that appear on me. And I guess, that was God's way of saying, like, help this girl, because she's not telling. I held that in for years on top of years. And I'm like, nah, I can't tell because this is crazy. Like, I can't believe I'm going through this. And then the crazy thing about it is I came accustomed to it. So I'm like, no, he said, sorry. So we're okay. We're going to be okay. And I didn't want nobody to break that up because I thought that's what life was, So finally, one day, I just knew, like, my sister came into town. It was crazy. She came into town where I lived at the present time, and we're
Mm-hmm.
out. We're and she's just like, I had a baby at the time, and I'm holding the baby. We at the mall, and so she's like, this is when I knew I was lost. This and I have to say this guy came into me, not saying that I'm great looking, whatever, but I'm just saying I looked okay, I guess, that day. And the guy was like, yo, can we talk? I was like, huh? Yeah. And he was like, but I'm holding a baby when I'm with my sister. But meanwhile, the man, my baby's father, was at the house, who was the abuser. So he was like, can we do this? And my crazy self said, do what? Because I didn't understand what he was saying. He was
Yeah.
being nice, trying to talk to me, but I didn't get it. I
Mm.
was like, huh? Like, that's how lost I was, because
Because
my
you were just
self-esteem was down.
lost. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, Coco. My self-esteem was gone, honey. So it was like,
Mm-hmm.
right then I knew
So
something
you
was
didn't
going
know
on.
how to answer,
Right.
and
I didn't know how to answer. I didn't know how to talk to another man. It was like, really, I was lost. So my sister noticed it. She noticed it, and she was just like, nah. And that from that point on, she was just like, in my ear, in my ear, in my ear. And I finally told her. I finally was like, listen, he's hitting me. Da da da. And I finally came clean, and she was like, listen, stay strong. And that's what
Wow.
helped. It was, listen, I it's so many women who's going through right now what I went through. So I understand.
Wow. That's
Uh,
deep. That's
yeah.
deep.
wow. So,
But now I'm here to tell
so
the
that
world,
is.
to help the world, help whomever. Go to my Instagram,
Yep.
Wyshawnda Lee. Hit the bio. The link is right. I mean, hit the bio's in my. It's a link on my bio. Please hit it. Let's talk. I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm
Mm.
here for you. I'm here for you. You schedule. All you have to do is schedule. Go down. You don't have to hit. You don't even have to get the book. Fine. Go down. Schedule an appointment with me, and we can talk. Period.
So let me ask you. So in your book, right? Do
Uh,
you have like different crises, like different situations that happen?
yes, absolutely. It's I, him throwing me down the stairs at 6 months pregnant. All that stuff is
Hmm.
right in here. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
getting thrown down the stairs, getting punched in the face, walking through the door because you know how. Okay, listen. You know how us women we usually wear lip gloss going out. In the morning we look different going out to work. When you
Yeah.
come back home from freaking 8 hours, you dry faced and everything,
Hmm.
especially in the wintertime, right?
Yeah.
Come through the door and my face, my lips are dry. Why are your lips dry? Like what?
Hmm.
Because I'm coming from outside. It's cold outside. Oh, okay. Oh, you out there kissing niggas? Boom. Excuse my language, but that's what I went through. Crazy stuff.
Mm.
You can listen, women. I know. I've been there. This is what she made. I'm telling you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go through it. Excuse my N word. I'm so
No,
sorry. Oh my
it's all
God.
good. It's all
But
good. It's all good. It happens.
that's
It
what
happens.
he used to say to me, like crazy stuff. Is in here. Everything that I went through, not everything,
But
because I made it a little
some of the
bit. Yeah,
things, yeah.
some of the things I went through was in here, so you can understand. Um, if a man, my thing is, us men, us women, Coco, we get kind of confused
Hmm.
because a man is making love to us so good that we like, okay, that's love. That
Hmm.
love making is not love. I don't give a flying. I don't care what anybody say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not love. That's not love because a man, does different things to you and it feels great. No, like I said, it's a mental thing. Love it comes from your mind and then go to
Hmm.
your heart. Period. Okay, so
Hmm.
don't get it confused. So that's why I wrote a lot of that stuff about different things like that in this book so they can understand, like, oh, she did this and he did this to her, but that really wasn't love. You'll see it when you read the book. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's dope.
Okay. All right. So we had another question um that someone had. Oh, and thanks for Coco. Thanks for calling in. I definitely appreciate that. And your words of inspiration, definitely
Yeah.
honorable. We have another caller. Let's see 1 second before we get into that. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for calling in.
Hey guys, I am loving the conversation. My name is Ari.
Oh,
I'm sorry, your name is
Ari.
Ari. Okay, shout out to you, Ari.
So
Hi,
thank you
Arby.
guys because the conversation is amazing.
Thank you.
Oh,
First and foremost, where are you calling from?
I am calling from Washington, D.C.
Wow.
they
Okay.
got
Okay. From
okay,
Harlem to DC. That's what's up.
right. It's Atlanta.
Yo. Yeah. Harlem. Okay. Where was Coco from? Where was Coco from?
I
Is she
think
from Atlanta?
no. I think Coco's from because I follow her. She's from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. North Carolina was in the
Okay.
building tonight. Now we got
Okay. We're
DC.
close. We're not too far from each other.
Okay, North Carolina. Okay. Coco is North Carolina. Facts. Well, somebody just put North Carolina. So shout out to you that's on the phone right now. What question do you have or a
Yes.
statement? What's up?
My question is for Wyshawnda. What was the moment you knew your story wasn't just for you? Because you have an amazing story. And I know that sometimes, like, especially everything that you talked about, I've read the book. It's amazing, first of all.
Thank
You
you.
are
Thank
so
you.
raw there. I personally
Thank
would
you.
not have been able to do it, share that. I would have been, like, so nervous. But you did an amazing job. But I want to know, when was the point that you
Thank you.
knew, like, you were ready to share your story with other people? And that you were, because you knew it would help people.
Steve.
Because the pain that I suffered, I knew it was my purpose. That's when I started. The day that it was one day, I know that I remember the day. I was living in Wilmington, North Carolina. We're by the beach and beautiful place in North Carolina. And I'm sitting there, and that's how my book became alive because like I said, I started on an iPad. I just was writing on an iPad because I just something just a voice came in my head. It's like it's time to heal. I was remarried to my husband now, but I wasn't really fully healed yet. So I'm like, okay, something like what is it? Like something is like really still eating me up sometimes because I knew he could say certain things to me and I would just like spaz out. So I'm like, okay, something is wrong. Like, okay, I gotta figure this thing out.
Yes.
So I literally got my iPad and started, started writing. I said, wait a minute. Like I said, my iPad turned into a book. That's when I knew it was for the world because it was just like when I picked that iPad up and I wanted to share, I just had to get it out. I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm the only one going through this. So I knew that pain was my purpose. That's when I knew I wanted to like help the world, like help us women, help some men who go through it too.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. And when I say I absolutely 100% love helping, like love, because nobody deserves to be hit or talked to any type of way. Like
Ooh.
real talk. Like, whew, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Take your time.
That drives me insane. You don't understand.
Time.
It drives me insane. I just because we're all human, and I know
Mhm.
that men may not want to do that to women because evidently they have mental illness going on with them, but it's not fair because
Mhm.
a man comes from a woman's body.
Mhm.
It's our body that it takes two to make the baby, but he comes the pain that we endure to get that baby out, that man, that guy, he
Mhm.
should respect a woman to the utmost.
Utmost. Yeah.
Utmost. It's just like I know I went left with that. I'm
It's
sorry,
all
y'all.
good. Now you right here. It's all good.
But it's just like that's how I feel. And I'm very passionate about this. Very passionate about this. I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. I'm just having that day.
It's okay.
you know so I just y'all men, y'all stop please. That's why I want to
Mhm.
just I want to spread it really, like that's what
Mhm.
made me, because I knew it was a day.
Mhm. Wow.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Wyshawnda. That was definitely amazing. Thank
Listen. Thank you for calling in. I hope you subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
you. Definitely will.
All
Thank you
right.
guys
All right.
Alrighty.
Have a blessed night.
again.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to DC.
Yes, for sure, for sure. That was
Shout
a
out to
good
DC. Shout out to Future World Films. Kaboom, guess who stepped in the room? Okay,
Yes,
peace and
yes, yes.
love. Peace and love. All right, so okay, so you're a full-time nurse, a speaker,
Mhm.
an author, right?
Yes.
How do you manage burnout, expectations, and still able to walk in your purpose?
Ooh. You said, how do I manage burnout?
Yeah, because you're doing
Okay.
a lot. You got a lot going on.
I do. But, I keep going because I'm doing it for us.
Okay.
Seriously. Like, that's how I don't burn out. It's times when I'm like, oh, look, I'm telling you, I was tired as I don't know what earlier, right? But
Mhm.
then, I have so much to say. I was so tired earlier. Like I said, I get up every morning at 6 in the morning. I go to work. I work 8 hours, and I'm working boom, 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 as a nurse. I come home, so I had to go grocery shop. I had to do this, do different things. I have my husband. I have my daughter. I have my grandkids. I have a lot going on around me, right? So today, which was crazy because I was about to burn out. So I was like, I'm tired. So she was like, mm-mm. She said, Mom, you think God want you to, you think God want you to say that, your purpose. Like, you can't get tired. He's training you because he has better things, bigger things for you. I said, yeah. I said, you're right. So when you have the right people around you
Amen.
and they uplift you and they
Take
say
it.
things like,
Accept it. Accept it.
right. Accept it. It's like, oh, you're right. I woke right up. I said, yeah, you're right. Let me stop tripping. What's wrong with me? Like, got right back up. Like, no, yeah, can't burn out. Cannot burn out because let me tell you, if
Mm.
somebody who's maybe not come to this, this but they're on the platform, but they don't want to come forward, because they kind of embarrassed or whatever, they may need to hear this.
Hmm.
They may need to hear what we're talking about, right?
Hmm.
So it's just like I have to, I think that way too. Like, okay, don't burn out, Shauna. Don't get tired because somebody needs to hear what you got to say today.
Hmm.
Something that you're saying today may save that person's life or may change that person's mindset so they can get their strength together and, get better.
Yeah, yeah. So you just mentioned, you having a husband and everything. Can you just talk about how important it is for when you're managing the burnout situations and you're managing the anxiety, how important it is to have your significant other or your family member or anyone, how important it is to take that motivation, to take that positivity versus uh, you wanting them to sink into whatever you're going through in that mode. Like just the importance of accepting it.
Well, it's very important to accept it. But just like, for instance, like I just said, like with my daughter,
Hmm.
like what she said to me today, I had to, like, I mean, I was tired. I was over, I was just like, oh my goodness, like it's so much I'm going, I have to do today. Da, da, da. I do stuff like this all the time. Because if you look at my Instagram, I'm always like doing a little segment, but it's very important to stay right. Like
Hmm.
it's very important to not burn out. It's very important to be open minded. It's very I tell myself this like all the time, like Shonda, like come on, mama. Like I know you get tired, and I know, but
Hmm.
God made you this way. God makes his strongest soldiers out of things that they went through. That's why I love the segment tonight saying pain to purpose.
Yes.
Because when you endure that pain is a lot to endure, and then you have family, like you said, you have the husband, you have the kids, you have the this, you have the that. You have to
Hmm.
know how to balance it. And
Yeah.
I think I balance it well, but sometimes I know I'd be like extra tired, and my peoples may be like, "Man, you don't pay me no attention." Da, da, da. I know
Hmm.
I'm so sorry, but I don't mean to do stuff like that. But it's like I
Hmm.
feel like I have to help the world for some reason,
Hmm. That's
So
what's up. That's what's up. So what boundaries have you had to set for yourself to protect your peace?
my boundaries, uh, me. Like okay, like
Hmm.
I have to like okay, stop, Shonda, stop for a second. Let's go to the another room and let's just chill out. Let's just wind down
Hmm.
and let's pray and get the Bible. Like that's my peace. My peace is my Bible. Like that's my boundaries. Like okay, like if I have my book in my hand, my Bible in my hand, or if I'm reading something or if I'm doing something, leave me alone. Everybody know like they know me.
Mm.
My people around me. So they're like, okay, well, let me not bother her because right now I know she put her boundary up, and
Mm-hmm.
that's her moment to wind down.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
That's really good. That shows a lot of strength and confidence in yourself.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
being able to I was watching a Ja Rule segment on he was Breakfast Club was interviewing him,
Hmm.
and he was saying in order for him to be successful,
Hmm.
he had to set like limits,
Yeah.
and he had to like his own wife, he
Hmm.
had to let her know, listen, I have to go to the studio. I know you want to go out to eat tonight, but I have to
Hmm.
go to the studio
Hmm.
and get this work done. You know, you can sit home and you can cook something, or you can order out. But I have to go to the studio and
Yeah.
get my work done. And before they even got married, that was kind of like those are the test moments.
Exactly.
You know,
It
like
is.
can she accept me in my moments of having to work and put my grind before the
Listen,
relationship?
let me tell you, that's so important. Like if you like, for instance, I know me, right? I know like the type when I got into this, when I got into started, I mean, I go to different venues and do, I try to go to different venues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The person who I'm with, like my husband, he knows how important this is to me to help other people.
Yes.
So you have to have a strong somebody by your side to be like, okay, well, I know this is what she loves to do. This is her purpose, and that's all she talks about. Not all she talks about, but that's after work, she's like, okay, well, I have to help this person, or I have to do this, or I have to read this, da, 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 or I'm changing. If they're not strong enough, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. So you have to have somebody strong by your side so they can see like this is really her purpose, like this is really what she needs to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me help her, or let me help
Mm-hmm.
him. Like us women, we had to bend too. Like, for instance, like if my husband, he have his company, if I can't bend and help him, like something wrong with that, like,
Mm-hmm.
period. Like, and it goes the same way for men with women, like, help. Like, I know that women, we're really backbones of a family. We really
Mm-hmm.
are. We're the mamas, like I said last time, we're the mamas, we're the daughters, we're a lot. We have
Mm-hmm.
to come home, we have to cook, or we don't, because my people cook more than me because they cook better. Okay.
Okay, it's all
So,
good.
yeah. So it's like, but you have to be there for each other, to balance stuff out. Like, for
Mm-hmm.
real, you really do. But like I said, it always comes from a mental aspect of the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make love to my mind before my body, please, because my
Mm-hmm.
mind is tired already from coming from work, doing it. You know what I mean? So, men, to make your wife or your fiance, your girlfriend at ease, like, help her out mentally. It comes from a mental thing. I'm telling you. Then it's like, she can ease down and be like, okay, well, you know, you know, wind her down,
Yeah, it's
wind her
funny you say
down.
that. I took a relationship course.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Mm.
I want to say maybe about a year or two ago, and within one of the readings, it did talk about how the sexual experience, it
Mhm.
doesn't start in the bedroom.
No.
It could start early as her or him being at work
Yep.
and you saying those different words. Uh, that makes sense.
It does. It's like,
That
because
makes
let me say,
sense.
it's
It's
so funny.
accurate. It's accurate.
It's real, true, right? Fast.
It's
Because you are
accurate.
right, true. I'm at work, I'm like, and I hear hear my husband, people say, what, he say, oh, I love you. It's like, it's just that's a wind down. Then you're on your way home, oh, I love you. Or, okay, when you get home, baby, something sweet and nice. Oh, honey, you got her. Mentally, you got her. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, okay, you come through the door, you're like, hey, babe, how was your day? Not just like, and I always say that it's not just, oh, how was your day? It was okay. No, 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 no.
Hmm.
How was your day? For real. Real
Hmm.
talk. Like, how was your day? Let's sit and talk about that.
Yeah.
You have to do that every day, but it helps them. It helps a relationship. It really does.
Hmm.
And it helps a woman
Mm.
like open up to you more and just know that you have her back.
Hmm.
Right. And that doesn't mean, like we just talked about, doesn't mean financially. That means mentally. Like, this man has my back mentally. So I can, like, really, no, we good. We're good people. I'm happy at home.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm very happy because he has my mind.
Does how do you feel about spiritual alignment in relationships and marriages and things of that nature?
Spiritual alignment is very important. I mean, extremely important. Like you have got to be aligned with God in your marriage, in your relationship, and everything. One person can't be up here and the other person down here because it's not balanced. You have to be aligned
Yeah.
with, I mean, in your marriage with spirituality. Period. You do. It's just like, and it's hard because I know one lady, she's Christian, and her boyfriend at the time, not no more
Mhm.
though, at the time was Muslim, right?
Gotcha.
So, but it was weird because they still made it align. They
Yeah.
still like,
Wow.
listen, yeah, they was like, listen, I'm here, but they
Hmm.
aligned it because they're like, okay, it's still one God. I mean, it's still one God, but
Yes.
I practice this way, I practice that way, but we still want to come together, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
And so it works.
It can't work
But
yet.
when one person is not godly,
In
period,
general, yeah.
and the other person is, it's not gonna work. It
Yeah.
will not work. I don't care what anybody says, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're faking. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We're good.
So you're
We're
faking.
good on that. We're
Well,
good.
it's called unequally yoked.
Right, yeah, definitely, for sure. For facts.
So
It's like, oh.
yeah, what do you tell yourself in those mirror moments when your confidence is low?
When my confidence is low, I tell myself, "Oh, honey, you gotta have to lift up. Like you can do this." Uh, because something like I said, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So I get those days where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I could do that. Why can't I? Why can't I do it? That's what I said to
Mhm.
myself. Like I could do this. Because my confidence, I mean, is not always 100%. But I try my best to lift it if I feel like I'm at 50-50. I'm like, oh no, girl, come on now. You created to be better than this. So let's boost it, boost it up. You have to talk to yourself sometime. They
Yeah.
always say crazy people talk. No, 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 no. We can all talk to ourselves sometimes. Like, listen, girl, you better act like you know.
Act
You
like you
know,
know.
like, don't walk around here with no negativity. Because we talked about that too last time. Negativity is
Hmm.
is confidence. Is low. So it's like, no, let's lift it. Let's get that energy up off us.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's real. That's real.
yeah,
Wow, you really got into it.
yes,
You really
for
got
sure.
into it. And I know we answered a lot of the questions that people had. And so people that are watching, once again, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification
Yeah,
button. Make sure you go to Wyshawnda Lee's Instagram page and hit the link in her bio so you can purchase her book. All
right.
right. I'm gonna get one myself. I'm gonna give it a read so we can talk about it
Yeah,
furthermore in some of the other apps. I believe that you have some good stories in
it's
there,
it.
uplifting stories, not just for the sisters, but for the brothers too. So I'm
Mhm.
looking forward. How many pages is it, by the way? Let's
Okay,
do
it
let's do
is.
some numbers. Let's do some numbers.
Yeah, okay. Here I go.
Let's do some numbers.
um, okay, it's a short story, but and it's literally only 133 pages.
Okay,
But
135. 130. That's an easy. That's an
but
easy
but let me
read,
tell you
Tyler.
something.
What's up?
Like how you have a little box.
Yeah.
The man give a woman a little box. That's a little box, right?
Yeah.
But it comes with a big promise at the end of the situation.
Facts.
That's what this is. It's a little
Facts.
box, but it's a big promise because
Yeah.
it's some real jewels in this box. This is not a bullet book. It's not, how you have bullet. This happened. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's a story of mine that I
Mm-hmm.
made into a story. So you can see how what I did and how I did it.
Mm-hmm.
It just and it gives you. It's an eye opener for real. It's an eye opener where it's like, oh wow, this happened to her. Okay, well, how can I do it different?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So this book will make you like, let me do that different because she did it this way. So I know that's not right. This book
Mm-hmm.
open up your eyes like that. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
I had,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. It's
You should
good.
start like a book club or something like that in
I
reference to
know.
some of the stuff things you're writing and things of that nature. there's a lot of women, especially from the last time you was on and the lady called in and stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I was like, wow, this community,
Right.
and not just dealing with domestic violence, but just dealing with different,
Uplifting women.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
uplifting, period. Like
yeah,
motivational speaking, period.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important, you know.
Yes.
Are you going to be doing any new projects as far as like speaking anywhere that you want people to know about, or?
I am. Oh, what's the name of this? Okay, so I went to a woman's I guess empowerment
Yeah.
social. It was real cute. It was so dope. It was at, remember that restaurant I was telling you about? I'm trying to find it. The restaurant, here it is. Let me just put my glasses on, y'all, because y'all know I can't
Do
see.
you think?
Um, um, uh, the Velvet Bar in Atlanta, the
Wow.
place where they do the red velvet. Okay, so myself, her name is April. She's the owner. So her and
Okay.
I, we're trying to collaborate now for real and get something
Hmm.
going for the community and for women. So we don't have the dates yet, but we're
Hmm.
starting. We yes, for sure. We're getting ready to do that. Getting
Okay.
ready
Okay.
to do that.
All right. All right. And listen, my people. If you have any questions in reference to the book, feel free to hit her up on Instagram. And
Yeah,
she can definitely hit you back, answer
for
any
sure.
questions, and also hit my DM also if you have any questions, for the next time we go live and we can discuss those questions.
It's that.
Glad that we was able to hit some of the points that they had. What's up?
But I have a question.
What's
Okay,
up?
for you. Okay,
Okay.
this is one question. Man,
What's up?
what does men expect from women? What's
Mm.
the expectation of a woman or a real woman? What's yeah.
Independence.
Hmm. Hmm.
Independence. When a woman can show that she's independent,
Uh-huh.
you know, that she can, and not just financially,
Hmm.
but when it comes to decision making,
Hmm.
like she values the relationship,
Hmm.
and especially when we're segueing into like marriage and things of that nature, being able to make decisions that honor the relationship, that way the man could, you know, uh, have a forward way of thinking when it
Oh,
comes to that woman. You know how they say like you got to be the wife before you become the wife.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking.
So yeah, so you got some men out there that might not even be ready to be married or not really think about marriage like that.
Mhm.
But moreover, when he has that woman in front of him
Mhm.
who's unknowingly setting these a number of examples
Mhm.
that wife show,
Mhm.
that can kind of redirect the man
Wow. Huh.
through faith. It can redirect that man into that position,
Okay.
where he needs to be.
Right. 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 Okay. All
So it's
right.
it's kind of like it's like how they say y'all are our rib. Like be that leader.
Right.
Make those decisions. Make us feel like
You're
like
our
like
leader.
yeah. Play that
Yeah.
position. Be
Right.
there for him. Like
Exactly.
it's all right to have your ladies' night and do what y'all do, but moreover,
Be there for him.
be there for him.
I love
I
that.
think.
That's
I
dope.
think.
Yeah, I just had to ask that question because I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
let me dig a little bit.
Yeah, and you call me off guard a little bit because I'm used to moderating
I
and
know.
shooting
I'm
the questions and
sorry.
all of that. No, that's
Sorry.
good. Listen. I'm all about taking the brand to the next level.
Right.
And part of taking a brand to the next level, that could have been you asking me the question. That could have been a viewer asking the question. That could
Hmm.
have been the person calling in asking the question. It could have been.
Right.
It could have
Yeah,
been
because
anyone.
because I don't ever want, because I'm here, real talk. I don't ever want a man to think I'm bashing him. I love my man,
Yeah.
for real. I love my man. My man is so dope. Because
Hmm.
everybody's like, oh my God, you've been through that. And how can you like trust men? Because all men are not the same. That's
Yeah.
how I can trust men. All men are not the same. They are
Yeah.
not all bad. It's just you
Yeah.
get one, you get one from the deck, one haystack. You can't
Hmm.
help that. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, my man, I love y'all. Y'all are dope. Y'all are great. Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I want y'all to keep it up. Y'all are go getters. Y'all are everything. Like
Hmm.
us women, we look at y'all like that. We do. I know y'all probably think that like, They don't, because she make her own money. She do this.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, we're still watching y'all. Like, okay, is he looking at me to be like, oh, I'm proud of you? We love that. We
Mm-hmm.
don't care how big we get, but we still want to hear our man say, yo, I'm proud of you. Yo, keep
Mm-hmm.
it up. Yo, keep that up, man. We love y'all.
Well,
Know that.
that's deep. That's deep. It's
Yeah.
showing gratitude to the man, letting them know, like, listen, yo, I'm here for you. I support you. I love you. That's so it goes both ways. It's not
Yeah.
just the man showing the woman. It has to go both ways.
It has to. It has to. Like, I mean, that's what makes it. It's just like, like I said, it's not just because I've been through domestic violence, that doesn't mean I never trusted a man again. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I know it's a good one out there. Let God give them to me. Let
Yeah.
me stop looking so hard and sit back.
Yeah. Wow,
Mhm.
wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, all right. So we're gonna wrap this up. Listen, this was another good one.
Yes.
I definitely appreciate you. And once again, my people out there, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, Big Picture Podcast. Make sure y'all go follow Miss Wyshawnda and make sure you go support her book and
Yes, please.
everything that she's doing. Okay? We love
Please.
that. We love that. All right, cool, cool. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love.
Yes.